Hey, what's going on, guys? Abe here, and today we're installing the ECU Master Black on the Soarer. Let's get to it. Alright guys, I'm going to go through this and not in any particular order. So first things first for me is what I did is I installed my my wideband down there, my wideband sensor, and I'm running the cable through here where there was a grommet, right? That's for the factory clutch master cylinder if you had a manual car, but mine's automatic. So that is what I'm doing here, and move the camera this way. Focus. Here's the grommet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slit into it and a hole, because I'm also going to feed through here the vacuum line, so I can run it to the ECU and connect to the onboard map sensor on the ECU. So again, first things first, what I did is I connected the wideband sensor, and next I'm going to tap into one of my vacuum hoses here on the intake manifold, so I can then run that hose to the ECU's onboard map sensor. Alright, so the vacuum line that I'm going to connect to is this one. I'm just going to split it in half here. I'm going to tee it and then run my vacuum line through that same hole on that side and make it accessible to the ECU, which I will then obviously install it on the passenger side. That's where it's located, but we'll go through that in a second. So again, cut, tee, run through the hole over there where the wideband sensor is running through currently. Also very important, don't forget to disconnect your battery. Change of plans, where I originally was going to run the wideband harness through that little grommet hole there and the vacuum hose. I've now decided, I'll show you here, you can barely see it there, but I've decided to run it through here, which is on my passenger side. Run it through this little hole, right? Hold on, let me see if I can focus so you can see it a little better. Run it through that hole where you see that little harness running through. Alright, and this is on my passenger side. Okay. Alright, and as you can see, I peeled back the wheel well plastic cover. Alright, and then here you can see where that harness runs through. Alright, I think this goes to the fuse box, but that's where I'm going to run the vacuum hose and the wideband sensor. I think this is a better option. I tried to do it through here. Alright, see, I have it unbolted, but it's just, I don't have, it's just too thick of a wire for me to add anything else to that space. Alright guys, we got everything ran through the wheel well. I just cut a little slit, a little plus, look at this, like a little plus sign slit, and I was able to shimmy in the vacuum line and the wideband harness. Now in the future, I might go with a hard line for the vacuum line, just to prevent any kinking. Right now it's fine, but you never know. I might go for a hard line in the future, but for now, we'll see if the car runs fine with it like this, and yeah, let's take it from there. All right, I know it's kind of a mess here. The ECU and all that good jazz, stock ECU sits under here. There's a plastic piece that goes over that. I removed all that stuff out of the way. Vacuum line successfully ran through. Wideband is here. Not sure if you can see that on camera. Wideband wire is here. Actually pull that a little bit. This will connect obviously to the ECU Master Black. This will go to the factory ECU there, and I'm gonna figure out how to tuck everything away down there and keep it nice and neat. Let's see how it goes. Alright guys, we are officially one step closer. Here is the ECU Master Black. I connected the harness. As you can see down here, parallel harness is connected to the stock ECU as well. We have the USB connected as well. I reconnected the battery, laptop. Let's load up the base map. Keep in mind you may need to update the firmware on the ECU Master Black. So we might need to do that, but I'm crossing my fingers as this thing fires right up on the first try. Alright guys, just a quick update here. I loaded up the base map. I tried to start the car, but we are running to the issue where it just cranks, doesn't start. Here she is. Alright guys, quick little update. So, the car did not end up turning on after I tried to load that base map, and I was troubleshooting, things on the ECU Master Black over and over and over, and I couldn't figure it out. I contacted my tuner, Carlos Tuning, because I did grab that base map off a, just a random one from ECU Master. I played around with some of the settings to try to get it to where it'll work with my car, and unfortunately it just kept cranking and cranking and cranking. Alright, so what I ended up doing, I contacted Carlos Tuning, who was my tuner, and he cooked up a base map for me. So what I did is I sent him the one that I was working with, and he put together a base map. I did the same thing. I tried to start it, no avail. It just kept cranking and cranking and cranking. And then eventually what I ended up doing was I just kind of put my mind two and two together. Alright, sorry, just walking around here. So what I ended up doing, because the car wasn't getting any fuel, I tried to really brainstorm. And then I remembered that these cars have a factory fuel pump ECU. So there's a separate ECU for the fuel pump that communicates with the stock computer. Now the stock ECU, when you're running the ECU Master Black, no longer communicates with the factory fuel pump ECU. So these cars famously have the ECU, sorry, I'm not sure if you guys can see, have the, it's my baby seat. These cars have that ECU, that fuel pump ECU, located right back here. So just trial and error, I went ahead and disconnected it, or bypassed it, as a lot of people do, and lo and behold, she started right up. Now I'm currently not running the ECU Master Black. I'm running the stock ECU, but let me show you where I have my ECU Master Black. So I tucked it in here. As you can see, I ran the wires through here, vacuum. So it does run and drive on the ECU Master Black, but since I haven't yet scheduled a tune with my tuner, and this has been 2 months in the making since the previous clip, I just been too lazy to make an update or finish this video, sorry. But that's kind of where we're at. We're just on standby. The car does run and drive with the standalone. I've tested it already. Alright guys, I'm not going to start that car, but let's do a quick recap as to what I did to cap off this video. So here you can see the wideband connected to my downpipe. You see the wire runs up this way, and eventually you'll see it connect here. Alright, that's where I ran the wideband off the parallel harness. I ran it through this little hole down here, as you've seen in a couple previous clips before this one, and it connected there. And another thing I added, I'm not sure if you see it, but a MAC valve down there. This is for boost control. I also ran the wire. I'm not sure if you kind of see it there. My fingers are kind of right there. I ran that wire, kind of followed the same path of the wideband wire. Same thing, ran it kind of like back there and down that way. And yeah, It's connected. I wired it up to the ECU. So this baby's ready for a tune, guys. It's just a matter of time to schedule it with my guy Carlos Tuning up in Orlando. It's about a 3-hour drive, I would say. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I haven't really done anything else. I'm just gonna cap off this video here. I got a couple maintenance items I got to take care of before doing anything else. But leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and until next time, guys, peace, be easy, and be safe. Hopefully in the next video we'll have this thing in the dyno. See ya.